What's going on? You guys miss me? No, that's definitely a no. Well, welcome to Startup Grind. My name is Derek Andersen, and 6 years ago this month, a couple of friends and I started hosting these events in my office just down the street from here. And it was really simple. It was, it was about us giving more than we took. It was about helping each other, and it was about making friends. There were no business cards involved. There's no LinkedIn connections involved. It's just about helping each other. And I'm really proud to announce that now 6 years later, today we're announcing our 200th chapter. And so if you want to start a startup grind in your city, if we don't have one, we'd like to talk to you. We have 100 amazing people from across the world that put these events on. I'm sorry, thousands of people that put these events on. We have 100 of them here. If you're a Startup Grind chapter director, wave your hand. I'm sure you will make yourself heard, okay? Okay, they're wearing the blue badge, so if you find the blue badge, find them, and tomorrow there's a talk that's going to be happening across the street in the courthouse where some of these people are going to be talking about what it's like to run a chapter. So if that fits you, then please, please go and check that out. This event doesn't happen without a lot of amazing people. First of all, the people that put on the event, from our own staff to the theater, to the city of Redwood City for having us, to everyone that makes this happen. Very grateful for them. Secondly, our partners, Google for Entrepreneurs, Power, Startup Grind. They're an incredible organization inside of Google. In my opinion, the most impactful organization in the world helping entrepreneurs, and we're thrilled to be part of them. AC Hotels, Marriott, City Ventures, Fiverr, Concierge, Pivotal Labs, Payoneer, Malaysia American Foundation, Ideator, Intercom, Gigster, IBM, West Agile Labs, Coca-Cola Founders, Excel, Lever, Salesforce, and Comcast. Very grateful to have all of you here. Also want to announce a partnership that we have with AC Hotels. This is going across 20 of our cities over the next few months. And AC Hotels is really beautiful, amazing hotel chain that started in Europe. They have about 80 locations in Europe. They're now coming to the United States. And we're thrilled to be working with them. They have this kind of beautiful rooms. And then downstairs, they have this co-working space for entrepreneurs that's free that you can go work out of. And we have them here today. They're in the tent in the back right corner. They have like charging stations and couches and stuff, so you can go hang out there. And they have apparently they have a lot of alcohol. I personally, I don't drink, so I was just told that like it's like really good kinds of adult beverages. So if you are so inclined to go drink at 10 in the morning, we've got counseling out under the pavilion, so you can get your drink and then just head your way out there. That'd be just great. Let me tell you how this is going to work. So we've got this is the main stage here, and then about a block and a half down the street, we have the VC stage. For the Americans, I'm really sorry. We tried to get golf carts for you, but just have to walk. And for the Europeans, we've got ashtrays every like 30 or 40 feet. So, sorry. Don't be offended. C'est femelle, it's not a bad thing. Okay, and then across the street, we have this courtroom. It's literally a courtroom. And we have the expert stage there. Got a lot of really cool things going on there. These are small rooms, so don't get parked in this theater. Don't get parked here. You're going to miss out because you're going to get much closer. There's going to be Q&A with almost every talk in those other rooms. In this room, we're going to be moving a little bit faster. So please go in there. You're going to get closer to the speakers. You're going to get a better chance to kind of interact with people. And so check those out. And then, of course, across the street, the startup tent, we've got all of our partners. Just amazing products for startups. This is much bigger than we've done in the past. But we really try to keep it to a very small amount of people that are exhibiting because these are companies that we love, that we work with, and we think they really are good for startups. So would encourage you to go talk to them. The party tonight is going to be across the street. Your wristband. This is your ticket to get in, okay? Your name badge is just so people can know your name if you want to wear that, or if you don't, that's okay. But you got to keep this on. So Don't cut it off when you're going to take a shower. It's waterproof. It's not going to get hurt. You're not going to get any chemicals or anything in you. Every year I say this, and it still holds true for this year. If you wear your wristband all year long, your entry next year is on me. Okay? Like, who's going to wear a wristband all year? Are you crazy? People do this, and they're getting it for free, and I'm going to get them up on stage tomorrow morning. Are there any of them here right now who wore it all year? Okay, I don't see them. I don't think they're here, but I'm going to get them. We know who they are. We're going to bring them up here tomorrow morning. We're giving them new ones because they're pretty gross. But 2 days, you'll be fine. Just keep it on. It's okay. If you need help, don't sit in your seat or outside and stew and be angry at something that's not going well. Tell us. Let us help you. Help us help you. Do you have phones? Does anyone in here have a mobile phone? One of the ones like the flip. Do you have the flip one, sir? Is that what I saw? Yeah, no. He's not happy. Sorry. I won't target any more jokes at you. 24006. Pull out your phone right now and text it. If you need help, if you need to know where something is, you need to know someone's bio, and you're too lazy to look in your bag, and you're already staring at your phone anyways, just text it. Let us help you. We got 3 12-year-olds answering text messages all day long. And this is California. I'm sure it's fine. I think they're in Malaysia. The Malaysian group brought them for us. Whoa. Okay. Ask.startupgrind.com. It's not a mobile app. You don't have to download anything. You don't have to do anything. You can just look at it. It's a web page. It's got all the agenda in there. It's beautiful. It's simple. And we partnered with this with a really cool startup in Singapore that does this. I saw it, and they're not a partner or anything. I saw it. I loved it, and we wanted to use it. So just check this out. And for some of these interviews, I'm interviewing Vinod Khosla this afternoon. Feel free to ask questions there. I'm going to use your questions. And we're using, for this room, we're basically only using that if we take questions. So please get in there. Excited to announce 500 Startups is doing a startup court in our courtroom. We're setting up a court. We have Marvin, who is a partner in running the San Francisco incubator, is the judge. And we have a jury of VCs. And then we have 5 startups pitching. And the winner, the startup that defends themselves the best, is getting into 500 Startups next batch in San Francisco. So going to be pretty cool. Yes. Not that cool, I guess. Okay. Okay, note self. Okay. This is a little tradition we have at Startup Grind, and if you haven't been before, you might be a little uncomfortable with it, but it's really important to us. From the very beginning, our speakers come out of their desire to educate you all and to help our community. We don't pay our speakers. We should. I wish we could. They just give of their time. And it's really incredible, and we are so grateful to that. And so we like to get up out of our seats, we like to get excited, and show them that we're grateful for that. So on the count of 3, I want you to practice this and give us your best one of these. On the count of 3, here we go. 1, 2, 3, let's see it. Thank you. That was perfect. That was perfect. Thank you. 50 more of those to go, and you'll be set. Being an entrepreneur is hard, isn't it? It's hard. But how hard is it really? Right? We talk a lot, VCs especially talk a lot about riding big waves, riding big trends. And in my experience, it's in the beginning, it's much less about riding a big wave. But let's start at the beginning. You have this great optimism when you start, right? I mean, no one's ever thought of your idea. No one, ever. And, you start building your team, right? And you're trying to do this thing. You're trying to get a first product out. And you're sitting there in your garage where we worked for 2 years. And you're thinking, I'm going to be on the cover of Forbes, right? This is my friend Sandras. He's speaking tomorrow. He's from Lusaka, runs our chapter there. I think he could be on the cover for someday, but hopefully they'll give him a different picture than that on the cover. But instead of riding the wave, it's actually more like getting hit by the wave. And how do you react to that, right? So it's like Mike Tyson said, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. And that's my experience with entrepreneurs. That's my experience as an entrepreneur. That it's much less about finding big waves. It's more about how did I react to the waves as I try to make my way out into the water. I'm a terrible surfer, a horrendous surfer. And it's because every time I get hit by a wave, I want to go back in, and I've given up too many times. Let me tell you about a couple of people that inspire me to keep going. Jabbar Collins is a very, very rare person. He was convicted of a crime, spent 15 years in jail, but he said he didn't commit that crime. And he taught himself to be a lawyer, and he successfully legaled his way out of jail. It's one of the most impossible things to do in the world. Think of all the prisoners that exist in the world. It took him 15 years to get his own conviction overturned. Louis Kestenberg, good-looking guy, right? This is actually not Louis. This is just the guy, I just found this picture, but Louis was about the same time frame. Louis Nada is actually a very good-looking guy. Louis was on the Donner Party. And this was a group, for those of you who are not familiar with it, from outside the United States, came across the Sierra Mountains in the middle of winter in the mid-1800s, came with his wife, his child, his daughter, his son, and about 40 other people. When the search party found them, months later, stuck up in the mountains, there was only 8 people left. And Louis was among them. And to survive, they had eaten their other companions on the trip in a very famous group. He said, I often think that the Almighty has singled me out among all of the men on the face of the earth in order to see how much hardship, suffering, and misery a human being can bear. Let me give you some advice. If you ever feel like eating your co-founder, sleep on it. Just, if you wake up in the morning and you're rested and you still feel, you do what you got to do, but just at least get some sleep. Teddy Roosevelt in 1914, he took an expedition down to Brazil. He was a president of the United States, and he took an expedition down to Brazil. He wanted to explore the Amazon, and they thought there was this river that kind of worked through the Amazon and played a key role in fertilizing and taking care of Brazil. And they took months to get down there. They then hiked for weeks and months to get to the top of this river. And as soon as they got there, they realized they had brought the wrong boats. And they spent the next several months, several people died. He himself got so sick, he never recovered. But he changed the world. He literally changed the map of Brazil. A pretty amazing entrepreneur. You all know this guy, 72 hours in a canyon in Utah, southern Utah, about a few hours from here by plane, arm caught in the rock. 72 hours later, he cut off his own arm and walked himself out of the canyon, never whimpering, never making a noise. He did what he needed to do, and he started off. The Easy Company was a very famous battalion in the United States Army in World War II. They helped liberate the Netherlands. They played a key role in the Battle of the Bulge, which helped change the war in some ways, and a number of other things. And Dick Winters, you may have seen Band of Brothers. This was based on this group. Dick Winters, who was the lieutenant over that group, he said, war doesn't make men great, but sometimes war brings out the greatness in men. And I kind of think that's the way startups work, is that startups don't make men and women great, but sometimes startups bring out the greatness in them. And I hope that over the next couple days, you'll get what you need to get you going in 2016. You'll meet the people, you'll make the friends that you need to be successful this year. Welcome to Startup Grind. We're grateful to have you. Thank you.